Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The chat is up and running. How's everybody doing today? What's on your mind? Afternoon Chat is a free show, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials, no upsale of any kind. I'm not running for political office, okay? There's no paywalls, nothing. The stars of this show are the people that populate the chat. They actually determine what we talk about. There's no set topic, no set agenda. I'm not trying to manipulate or control anyone. If you want to be able to chat, you need to go to youtube.com and download their Discord app. The rules are pretty simple. Follow the community guidelines established by YouTube. That way we don't get in any trouble. Okay. It's the only platform I'm streaming on, so let's not piss them off. What's on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about today? Yesterday, nobody got into the chat, so I ran and raved for 2 hours. Let's try to avoid that today. What do you guys want to discuss? The Epstein ballroom? Donald Trump is building a 90,000 square foot ballroom to, celebrate pedophiles. I don't know why he's doing a 90,000 square foot ballroom. The American people aren't going to get to use it. Well, the American people could have gone into the East Wing of the White House, but not anymore. There is no East Wing. Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like our U.S. president doesn't understand boundaries. He doesn't understand the difference between ownership and being a tenant. Yeah, when you're living in a house, it doesn't give you full rights of ownership. What he's done is very insulting to the people of the United States of America and our history. In his mind, he thinks he's doing something great. In my mind, he's just overstepping his bounds. Personal opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. But in my mind, this is always going to be the Epstein ballroom. His monument to pedophiles, I guess. It's a shame. Evidently, the people around him aren't able to tell him no or hold on a second, check yourself, which is really sad. It's the 19th of November here. That's a birthday to some. I guess a belated birthday to one. One of our subscribers is in Indonesia, and it's actually a day after his birthday. It's still, even though it's still a happy birthday wish for him. So what do you guys want to talk about today? I don't believe that the U.S. news is going to get any better today. I think it's just going to continue to be a real joke. They're pretending like they're releasing the Epstein files, but I'll believe it when I see it. Our current administration has, I don't know, truth disability. They have an opinion that if they repeat a lie long enough, it becomes truth. It doesn't. I'm not real experienced with dealing with liars. I don't have any in my life. I've ostracized them as soon as I've found them. I don't like liars. Personal opinion. Feel free to disagree. Jump in the chat. Straighten me out. Voice your opinion. That's why this show is here. To hear your opinion. To give you a chance to voice your opinion. You don't have to agree with me to be in this chat room. It's open to the public. I have no restrictions on it whatsoever. Tell me what's on your mind. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm going to hit my Gatorade. Stay hydrated, folks. I'm in Southwest Michigan. It's about 43 degrees out today. Maybe a typical late fall day. No snow. We had snow last week. It melted. We'll probably get some more later this week or this weekend. Got a big football game coming up on Sunday. Lions are at home facing the New York Giants. Lions are a 10.5-point favorite. And what a coincidence. They're my favorite team. I don't know what to tell you other than that I'm going to be rooting for the Lions. So what's on your mind? It's been a pretty quiet morning here. I didn't do anything. Well, I did go back to bed and take an hour nap. That's part of getting old. Naps just seem to fit right into the daily routine. Thank God. Not too much else going on. our news is captivated by the supposed release of the Epstein files, but I'm not sure the news should even be on that today. I think the news should be on other happenings around the world. I wish they'd cover, the good news. There really is good news. The corporate media just chooses not to show it to you. I run into Good Samaritans all the time, but they never make the news, no matter how many people they're helping. Well, I did a whole show yesterday on our fake news. Fake news isn't just news that you disagree with. Fake news is biased. It's propaganda. In my opinion. That's the only thing I can offer you is my opinion. One guy sitting on one end of his couch. I have my perspective, what I glean from watching the news, talking to people. Well, it's part of the reason for this show is I like to talk to people. I like to hear their opinions and their priorities. I can measure them against my own or with my own, depending on how you look at that. I'm expecting that the current Trump administration will come up with some huge new news release to coincide with the release of the Epstein files and what they're obviously going to omit. I'm thinking that Trump's going to attack Venezuela. That's the way it looks. I feel sorry for the people of Venezuela because the U.S. military is going to drop the bombs, and I'm sure a number of them are going to get hurt. There'll be collateral damage. Now, the simple solution would be for the American people to stop doing the drugs that the drug dealers are sending. Plain and simple. If there is no demand, they can have all the supply they want. It's the demand you got to stop. It's the same thing when we boycott a business here in the United States. If we stop buying their products, they catch on pretty fast. It'd be the same thing with the drug dealers. I'm a little worried about winter this year. Trying to make sure that my household is prepared. I put the snow shovel out. Got it sitting right outside the front door so I can try to keep the walk clean. Just the entryway, the apartment maintenance. They do the sidewalks and plow the parking lot and that kind of stuff. But I'm just getting ready. I got out the snow brush, the heavy duty one for winter. I haven't hauled out my boots yet. Gotta have snow boots. I'll get to them eventually. And I'm thinking once I get the apartment, ready for winter, I'll be all set going into the holiday next week. Speaking of next week, 27th of November, there will be no show. No afternoon chat on that day. I'll be watching my football team. They'll be playing. No show on Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm taking the 2 holidays off. When I originally designed the show and put together the hours and such, the most important thing to me was to make sure it didn't interfere with my football. And I didn't think ahead to the holidays. Didn't dawn on me at the time, but I can see them coming now, right around the corner. And the day after, Black Friday, we'll have a show. And Cyber Monday, we'll have a show. Just taking Thanksgiving Day off. I realized other countries, that's not a holiday. And I apologize for it in advance. I'm hoping that we have a nice light winter here. Maybe, half the normal amount of snow would be nice. We still need winter. I mean, the ski resorts and stuff, we need some snow. The ice fishermen need it to be cold so that the lake freezes over, or lakes. I should make that plural. But people want a snowmobile. I get to winter sports. I just don't partake in them anymore. Oh, I did all that stuff when I was young. I used to enjoy it quite a bit. But I don't know, something about old age and cold temperatures just don't mix. Personal opinion. You're allowed to feel differently. You're allowed to have your own opinion. So, what's going on with you guys today? What do you want to talk about? The stream is progressing, I don't know. I think we're up 24 subscribers, something like that. And probably 160, 170 viewing hours, something like that. I'm only streaming 10 hours a week, so it's going to take a while. I got to get to 4,000 viewing hours. We're getting views. What we're missing is people in the chat, but I'm not sure who if anyone, YouTube is marketing this show to. Well, I know that we've picked up subscribers in at least 5 different countries around the world. So they're marketing the show to somebody. I just don't know who. And I'm still, well, I'm pretty happy with the lighting issues and stuff now. I think I got those pretty much ironed out. I still need to do something with the set here and get some color in it. We'll see what I come up with. I'm still looking over video editing software, trying to determine which will be right for me. Once I do that, I'll start cranking up some shorts. That'll probably help once I get it done. I figure I'll decide on which software I want to use and then experiment over the weekend, and maybe by next week I'll be able to come up with something. Just a couple of shorts. I watch shorts. I don't know what most people watch. I suppose I could probably find out. YouTube's probably got some analytics on their channel available. I haven't decided what I want to do with the media company yet. No rush. I mean, got a long time till I get this channel monetized, but I got to come up with something after I get the channel monetized. Well, what I'm thinking is more lines of, I don't know, making my own content. I was thinking original, maybe a play or skits, maybe something like what Saturday Night Live does. Little 3 to 5 minute skits. Well, I'm also hoping that people will jump into chat, tell me what they'd like to see that they're not finding on YouTube currently. Everything I seem to look up on YouTube, I find, so. Yeah, I'm unsure what I want to do with it, but this show is always going to be free. This show came about because I used to get in the chat rooms back in the day. They didn't have a topic. So I created this. No topic. Whatever you guys want to talk about is fine with me. I worked most of my adult life in Las Vegas in the table games, blackjack, craps, and roulette. I used to meet a lot of people. And in my retirement, I kind of missed that. So I thought, well, create a chat room. Maybe I can meet people like I used to. I think it keeps your mind sharp. Personal opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. Yeah, Monday's show this week sucked. I just wasn't into it. I did better yesterday, but I might have lost a few viewers on Monday. Well, it's just proof that I'm a human being. I'm not an AI character. Okay. I'm a flawed human being. I make mistakes all the time. I apologize for sharing my mistakes with you, but I got to own up to them. They're mine. Yeah, the beard's coming along, but I don't know, it's kind of unruly right now. But it is getting longer. So, what would you guys like to discuss today? If you don't jump in the chat and give us a topic, we're stuck with whatever my mind decides to ramble about. I look forward to coming in here without having a set topic to talk about. I would hate to try to structure the 2 hours and control. I really don't want that kind of control. But I would like to, establish that the show's going to be here every day and that it's going to be, reliable and dependable. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to build an audience of people that want to chat. It keeps me out of trouble. Gives me something to do. Yeah, I'm a cigarette smoker. I don't recommend it for anyone else. I smoke marijuana too, but that's legal here in Michigan. Well, as legal as it can be. My normal routine is after 5 o'clock, after I shut down the show, I Generally smoke a bowl and go for a walk. Try to clear my head, get some fresh air because I've been sitting for 2 straight hours. Well, if you guys aren't going to be in the chat, I don't need to wear my glasses. Yeah, they're new. I just got glasses this year. I had a prescription years ago, but never wore them. I was too vain. I don't have the vanity issues that I used to have. Well, that's just one of the ways that my life has changed over the years. Yeah, it's a bad hair day. Oh, well. It's warm in here. I'd put the air conditioner on, even though it's 43 degrees outside. Toasty warm in here, as a matter of fact. I live in a complex that has free heat in the wintertime, and it's already on. It's interesting. I'm not sure it saves me any money or not because the air conditioning bill in the summer is so high. So when I look at it on a yearly basis, I'm not sure if free heat is all that it's cracked up to be. Personal opinion. It might save me some money in the long run, but I don't see it. So what's on your mind today, people? What do you want to talk about? The main thing on my mind, seriously, is that Epstein ballroom. I find it hard to believe that we're going to get the names of all these people that were going to Epstein's Island and participating in all the criminal behavior. I just don't see the rich and powerful exposing themselves. I think they will just continue to cover it up. It's the financial records that I'd like to see. I mean, the man was a pimp. Who was paying the pimp? Oh, I know he did, heinous things with young girls, but I'd like to know who was paying him money. I think there are a lot of very sick individuals in this world, but there's much more good people in this world. I think the good guys outnumber the bad guys by a lot. Personal opinion. Feel free to disagree. I just, I walk out my door, I see nothing but nice, good people. I go to the park, I see nice, good people. I go to restaurants, I go to grocery stores. All I see are nice, good people. I don't see criminals. I just don't. If you turn on the news, all you see is, criminals, crime. They're using it to brainwash people. They want to divide us. People don't want to be divided. That's why we have cities. No, when people get together and they collaborate, people flourish, they succeed, they actually thrive. It's always been that way for humans. I was talking to a history teacher one time, and she told me, she said, back in the caveman days, one caveman picked up a club and whacked the other in the head. People have a tendency to lash out from time to time. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it socially acceptable, but people do lash out. I think that's just part of human nature. I did some research a couple years back on war, and in my opinion, from my research, war is a normal part of normal human behavior. Sad but true. It doesn't fit into the category of abnormal human behavior. In war, you do have abnormal human behavior that does surface, but war apparently is normal human behavior, just based on the sheer repetition of it throughout the history of the world, because it's human nature to lash out. I think civilized society, they help us to not lash out. They teach us and they train us and they design laws to help guide human behavior. If you walk down the street and you punch somebody, you go to jail. That's assault. You can't do it. It's illegal. But yet people still do it. Oh, I think some humans at some points have trouble controlling their emotions. Personal opinion. Feel free to disagree. What's on your mind today? I don't care what we talk about. Doesn't have to be politics. Doesn't have to be crime. When you guys aren't in the chat and it's only me, well, this is what's on my mind. I watched the news this morning and I saw them. That's what's on my mind. That and video editing software. Editing doesn't look like fun to me. It looks like work, which is why I hadn't done any up until this point. We'll see how it works out, but I'm going to have to learn how to do this. My production staff is non existent. Yeah, I'm the only operating officer for this company that I've created. No production staff, no makeup, no nothing. So if you're looking at me in high definition television, I apologize, but this is as pretty as I'm ever going to get. I am, well, I didn't check the analytics, but I know I didn't get very many views yesterday. Well, I think when I disintegrated on Monday, it knocked some of the viewership off. So, my fault. Well, it's just proof that I am a human being. I'm sure it won't be the last thing I screw up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to have chicken for dinner again. I had cheese for lunch. Well, when I was more active, I used to eat more, but as a retired senior, I just don't eat that much. I had coffee and toast this morning. I went to bed, slept for an hour, hour and a half, got up, had cheese for lunch, and then started my routine for the show. It gives me a little bit of motivation, but without people talking in the chat, the show gets kind of boring to me, anyways. And then we're left with just one guy sitting around talking to his computer all day. Well, not all day, but for 2 hours a day. The on the videos on demand, the copies of the live streams, it's my understanding that if you want to be able to see the chat when you're looking at those videos, that you have to get in there on your phone. When I rewatch them on TV, the chat doesn't print out. So now I don't know why that is. Probably has something to do with the Discord app. Well, I can try to read the chats if they come in. I don't think I miss any. There are some that don't actually come through because I have some words that are not allowed. Well, we got to stay within the community guidelines. So if YouTube determines something inappropriate, so be it. I think we can still talk about whatever you want to talk about. We just need to control our verbiage. Well, hopefully we won't run into any problems. They really don't have a way to punish me right now. They can't demonetize me because the channel's not monetized. So I think the only thing they could do is take me off. Maybe suspend me or something, but I'm not out here looking for trouble. Okay, so hopefully things should go smooth. I did price liability insurance for the channel, and you should know that's pretty expensive shit. Okay. They're totally out of line with that. In my opinion. I saw Pat McAfee yesterday, and I saw all the disclaimers he's got running on the Chiron underneath his. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You shouldn't need all those disclaimers. In my opinion. Maybe lawyers would feel differently, but in my opinion, that's going overboard. And I don't have a Chiron running at the bottom of the screen. To me, that's like a commercial. And I hate commercials myself, which is why this show will never have any. No, don't need a sponsor. The overhead on this show is $13.99 a month. I mean, that's pretty reasonable, in my opinion. Yeah, I haven't really. Well, I started talking to some family and friends about the show, letting them know that I'm doing this, but it's, I wanted to see who YouTube advertises me to first, who they're marketing us to. Well, I changed some of the settings throughout the last 90 days, and those settings where I had them might have misled YouTube to market us to the wrong people. I don't know. I'm just kind of working my way through. And I am thinking about reducing the hours of the show or changing them, adjusting them. I'm not sure I'm in the right time slot to get the viewers that I'm looking for. Maybe it should be morning chat instead of afternoon chat, or maybe it should be evening chat. I have no idea. It's as if I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Literally. I don't know where our audience is. I know that I'm not on any of the other platforms, and I've been advised that I need to be on all the other platforms, is what I'm told. I have no interest. I was told I should be streaming on Twitch. I'm not sure that's a good fit for me. I know that I dislike Truth Social, X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I dislike that. And I haven't really looked at any of the others. They don't have that big of a viewership, anyways. Not that I'm aware of. But I'm thinking I could cut down the show's time to 1 hour a day, or maybe 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. I really don't know. I was hoping to get people in the chat that could advise me and say, hey, this show's on too early, or it's on too late, or, then we could make adjustments. But until the chat is populated, I don't have any frame of reference. It'll all sort itself out in the long run. I mean, when I decided to do this show, I made a promise to myself, a commitment to myself, that I'd give it a fair shot. I'd give it a few years. But that 4,000 viewing hours has got to be within one calendar year. And we're not on pace to hit it. Plain and simple. I have no idea what I should be doing, but we'll see what happens. I'll try to take a closer look at the analytics and create some shorts with the video editing, and I'll make some adjustments over the next month. See if I can't improve our trajectory. For right now, it is what it is. I know that part of the issue is my lack of computer skills. I can't go out and hire a bunch of people without incurring cost. So that's like out of the question. So I don't know. I guess I'll just push through, make what adjustments I can. I mean, I could be in the wrong category on YouTube. I'm streaming under the category of people and blogs. Maybe that's not where the show belongs. I have no idea. I told my kids I was doing a show, but I didn't tell them how to find it. Both my kids are working during the show's hours, anyways. Well, they're busy, like most people. I don't know. I suppose I should do some more research and make some more changes. But uh, I'm trying not to be impatient. You know what I mean? Well, I'm thinking if I'm patient enough, good things will happen eventually. Well, one of my problems is I like to click the buttons, the different buttons on the computer, and a couple of my old friends tell me I'm button happy. I don't know. Maybe it should be under the entertainment category. I don't consider myself to be an entertainer. But maybe that would, you know, help or expedite. I don't know. Feel free to make suggestions. Okay. And I was thinking, about doing a number of other projects. Well, I'm thinking about I could write a movie, I could write a play. A series of skits. I could do all kinds of things. Film them myself, edit them, and post them. I mean, YouTube gave me 2 channels. I could do a lot more than what I'm doing. I know that. I'm just thinking that, I should be patient and learn as I go, and eventually I'll get to where I need to be. This show in itself, it will never be monetized. I'm never going to put a commercial in. I'm never going to put a sponsor in. I have no desire to do that. I think the value of the show is that it's free. But in my opinion, I also think the value of the show is that the people in the chat are the actual stars of the show. I see myself as more of a background. Maybe I'm looking at it all wrong. I don't know. Maybe I should just be listing this as a podcast. I have no idea. There are a lot of different options available under the categories that YouTube has. Three months in, and it's not really going gangbusters. So I'm thinking, maybe I should change things up, make some fine-tuning adjustments, and one of those could be the category. I could probably do some research on it. Well, part of the problem is I'm really not into the intricate details. I probably should be. Well, when I was in the gaming industry, casino gaming industry, I should say. When I was in that industry, I had to pay attention to every detail. And since I retired, I don't pay attention to any detail. It's one of the things I'm trying to work on, is to be more attentive. I don't know. It's kind of like reverting back to your childhood where you just don't worry about squat. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong here. Maybe I should be worrying about things, take him more seriously. I don't know. Feel free to jump in the chat and voice your opinion. Straighten me out. I'm not going to use the platform to try to control and manipulate people. I don't see any point in that. But this is the only free show that I was trying to do. Everything else that I plan to do with the channel eventually will be for profit. It will be for monetization. But this particular show, I just want to talk to people. And preferably not just in the US. I don't know. Maybe I'll wind this down and take a nice walk, smoke a bowl, and think it through. I don't know how rapid I should start making changes. I'm actually unsure. I know that the laptop that I'm using is functional. So, equipment wise, I don't think I need to do anything other than, you know, get a software package for film editing. But the microphone's good, picks up everything. When the lawn maintenance guys are outside the window, people hear it. When birds are chirping outside the window, people hear it. The kid with the basketball dribbling, people heard that. Planes flying overhead. So the microphone's picking up everything. And I know the camera, it looks black and white, but you know, I don't have any color in the background back here. I probably should. I could. I probably should. I don't know. Maybe that's one of the changes I'll make next week. Don't hold me to it. I I don't know. Well, the fact that, I don't even have people in the chat leads me to believe that I've got to do something different. I wonder what. Stay tuned. Find out what this fool does next. Hey, there's no telling. Maybe the show's just simply on the wrong time of the day. Maybe I'd get more interaction doing a nighttime show. Well, I'm probably going to go and check the weather in some of these foreign countries that I know we have subscribers from. I probably need to go and check that out. Well, I made friends with, a guy in Latvia, a guy in Turkey, another person in Indonesia, and they're not getting on here and chatting. So maybe something's going on that I should inform myself about. Well, I know the Philippines had a typhoon they were dealing with. I mean, if a typhoon cruised through here, it'd wipe out our internet, I'm sure. Well, not wipe it out, but, disrupt our internet access. I know I should use better terminology. I have a wider vocabulary than I let on, I guess. I just I don't want to use slang is the thing trying to I'm trying to watch the F bombs and this kind of stuff. Well, you never know. Somebody could have me on the TV and have kids playing on the living room floor, and I need to present myself in a more of a public speaking light. Since I started doing this, I have had a couple of language issues that I've been trying to address. It's just like I'm trying to work on my posture sitting here. I don't want to be laying over here off to the side. You know what I mean? Trying to sit up straight, keep my shoulders back, and not slur my words. Well, I never went to school for this kind of stuff. Perhaps I should. Maybe that's the secret. I could put on a better show if I educated myself. I actually, I always farmed out jobs. You know what I mean? I figured it was easier and better to get someone else that had computer expertise to do the computer stuff. Maybe I needed to develop my own. It's I used to write song lyrics. That's how I got the moniker Ghost Mostly. I was a ghost songwriter. But maybe I should have learned how to play the guitar myself. You know what I mean? I had two 40-year experienced guitar players in my band, and they were great. So I saw no need for me to learn to play the guitar. Well, the band fell apart. One guy had a drug issue. Another guy killed himself during the pandemic. Third guy came down with Parkinson's. I'm, the band kind of just disintegrated. Well, partially it had to be my fault. It was my band. I got to take blame. I'm the one that turned a blind eye and said, "Oh, you guys want to do crystal meth? So be it." Well, maybe I should have said, "Hey, hindsight, not necessarily 2020, but hindsight is a real thing." Looking back, I've got to say, well, I let them disintegrate. Well, the guy that committed suicide during the pandemic, the drummer, that was really sad. Hi, Riley. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. Thanks for jumping in. What part of the world you from? I'm in Michigan. Ah, you already got snow? We had some last week, but it melted. The ground wasn't cold enough yet. Oh, North Carolina. Yeah, I heard you guys got ICE agents running around doing crappy, crappy behavior. Yeah, sorry about that. They have uh, they have some issues. I think if they were really picking up criminals, nobody would bat an eye. But when they're going after other people, it's morally deficient. Well, what would you like to talk about, Riley? I like your name. Well, I've been talking about my band here most recently and how I let them all fall apart. Oh, yeah, I got you. Well, I don't know all the shorthand, but I got TY. I'm not that old. God. Yeah, the pandemic, my drummer committed suicide, and it was totally, I mean, he was 80 miles away from me. He could have called, you know, it was just sad. But I think the pandemic, it messed up a lot of people. I, uh, I liked the guy. I cared about him. You know what I mean? I think with the pandemic, I think just depression took over a lot of people, and they just couldn't rebound. You know what I mean? I think maybe the lockdown portion of it worsened it. You know what I mean? I think as a whole, I think the United States probably lost 1 million people, and it's just horrible. I'm a pro counseling guy. I When I have issues, I go get counseling. I mean, the drop of a hat. After my last divorce, I put myself in counseling for 1.5 years. I love being able to dump my problems on other people and then just walk out the door. But when you come back the next week, you can get an overview of what your actions are doing, you know. I think it helps you to get an overview. Personal opinion. I've always liked counseling. What kind of work do you do? What line, without getting too personal, what type of employment are you engaged in? I spent time in South Carolina, not, I mean, I've driven through North Carolina a few times, but never really spent any time there. The people there seem nice to me, those that I interacted with. Oh, I love teachers. That's a tough job, though. It's hard to connect with people, and you can have, well, when I used to teach, I could have half of my students that got it and half that didn't get it all in the same class. And I'm like racking my brain to come up with a new way to teach the half that weren't getting it so that they could catch up. Well, thanks for stopping by, Riley. It was a pleasure to meet you. We'll be back on tomorrow, 3 to 5. You're welcome to join. All right. Get something good. I'm going to have chicken tonight. Thanks for stopping by. You were a great guest star of the show today. I appreciate you. And I'm going to have chicken and baked potato and I think peas this evening. Yeah, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5. Thanks. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Uh, this is bye. God, I like that name, Riley. I have a nephew by the name of Ryan, and we always call him Rye. Just a good name. Well, that was nice. North Carolina stopped by and checked us out. Life is good. That'll get us through the day. Yeah, this is cool. Getting to meet people, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I guess I should have told Riley to like and subscribe. I always forget about that crap, you know? It's all free. I wouldn't ask people to do anything that wasn't free. I'm not chasing people's wallets. I see all these other guys, and I get tired of them asking me to like and subscribe when I've already subscribed and I've already hit the like button. So I don't ever think of that. I gotta get better at doing the shtick that I gotta do for the channel. That's all I can do is try to correct my own behavior. Sometimes that's hard to do. Okay. Sometimes my brain just it veges out for some reason. But yeah, I need to get into the routine of doing all that stuff to help grow the channel. It's like I don't know, maybe it's subconscious that I'm just blowing it off. Maybe it's like work to me or something. I don't know. I used to be really good at every little detail. When I was in the casino business, and I don't know, since I retired, I just don't care. Maybe I've gotten lazy. I don't know. DHB, hi. Welcome to the channel. Oh, you're always welcome. That DHB, I don't know, sounds like a drug. I'm thinking of DMT, right? Well, welcome to Afternoon Chat. Thanks for stopping by. You're always going to be welcome. What's on your mind today? I'm just rambling on. I like meeting new people, finding out where they're from. Well, I'm glad you found my show. I'm not sure where YouTube is advertising us. I'm in Michigan. And it's 43 degrees outside. I spent most of my adult life in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the average temperature was much warmer. Yeah, Fahrenheit. I should probably learn that conversion to Celsius. We're probably, -5 Celsius. Ooh, that sounds cold to me. What part of the world you from? Yeah, I think there's some bad weather swirling around half the globe right now. Oh, Hungary. Beautiful. You're too close to the war, though. Man, that's kind of scary. But you are centrally located. There's a lot of different things you can do there, a lot of different areas you can go to. My youngest son, just a couple of years ago, was over in Germany and he got to swim in the Baltic Sea. I was jealous as hell. Yeah, these Russians are like out of control. They need to lighten up, leave people alone, live and let live. Oh, great. I just shook Gatorade all over my computer. Smart, smooth move. Yeah, don't try this at home. Yeah, I make a mess. And I got another guy that he's a subscriber. He's in Latvia, a law student, and he's freaking out. They're flying drones and all this crap down there, man. It's freaky. My personal opinion is we all ought to be able to shoot down all these drones, but I don't think it's as easy as we would think. Well, it's got to be late at night in Hungary. I'm thinking maybe midnight. I mean, I could look it up, but oh yeah, I know. Yeah, 10:30. Yeah, it is 4:34 p.m. here in Michigan. Well, I'm glad you're staying up late and you were able to join us today. Yeah, something clicked up on the war. I think Poland mobilized soldiers today. All I can say is Southwest Michigan. I'm 50 miles from Lake Michigan, if that helps you. All our leaves just fell. We're getting ready for winter here. I said earlier in the broadcast that I pulled out my snow shovel. We're getting close to wintertime. We'll probably have snow next week. Yeah, Poland's in a tough spot. They really are. Well, I think NATO has got a certain amount of responsibility and they need to start stepping up. Personal opinion. But NATO should be there for you guys because you guys are all on the front line. Yeah, I saw some news blurb that came out that said that the Russians had used some type of laser weapon today, and that made Poland scramble a bunch of soldiers. It's scary as hell. You take care of yourself and your family, okay? And if you have to get out of Dodge, just head west, brother. Just head west. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Poland's got a decent sized army and Poland will defend itself. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying NATO should step up. They have a responsibility and they've been shirking it. They've been shirking it for a number of years now, and it's not right. Well, if you have to bug out, go to Spain. Get as far away from it as you can. But yeah, Poland's got a decent army, and they know what it is to fight. I'd like to see NATO step up and create a buffer zone. I don't think you can depend on the U.S. as far as NATO goes. The U.S. is, oh, I don't know. Half the time, I think our president's working for the Russians. Yeah. Well, the U.S. is probably going to attack Venezuela pretty soon. We've got an awful lot of military assets down there. And I think Taiwan can defend itself pretty good too. Venezuela, not so much. These guys, they're like fighting with sticks. They don't have the weaponry. Yeah. I'll tell you what, them people in Ukraine are some tough people. They put up a hell of a fight. I'm real proud of them. 3.5 years in, they're fighting over every foot of ground. I think it's impressive the way they've stood up. Very impressive. I understand, my brother. I understand. You do what you feel you got to do. Yeah. A lot of plans fall apart when push comes to shove. Yeah. I understand completely. The US is the same way. Push comes to shove, the people all band together. And that's what you guys got to do. I can't speak for the government here in the United States, but I can tell you that the people of the United States will stand with you shoulder to shoulder. The people, not the government. Our government, they're off trying to enrich themselves. Unfortunately, they're a little too greedy. Probably the smartest thing you can do is build a bomb shelter for you and your family. Yeah. Was it Victor Orban? Yeah, he did some public speaking here in the last year, and he's just like Trump. Could be in Putin's back pocket. We'll never know. Yeah, I watch a channel called YouTube channel called The Enforcer to get all my war news. They don't sugarcoat it, and they give you video proof of everything that they're talking about. Yeah, our relationship with our allies, uh, I take it all the way back. I call it the Helsinki hand job when Trump basically stood in front of Putin and dropped to his knees. Yeah, not good. The government, these guys are all trying to self enrich. Okay, the people of these countries are totally different. The people of the United States, we're going to side with the people of Hungary. Yeah, they're all just trying to enrich themselves, and they don't care who they sell down the river to do it. Well, the people I talk to, my friends, my family, they're all siding with Ukraine. They're all siding with Poland, with Hungary, with Latvia, okay, Romania. You guys got a right to live your lives in peace, and these guys shouldn't be infringing on your rights. The plan for tomorrow, I'll be on the air 3 to 5, just like this. We've only got about, 13 minutes here left today. But come back in tomorrow. Do the whole like and subscribe thing. Get the notifications. Get in here tomorrow, man. You're more than welcome. I respect you for voicing your opinions. It matters to me. It takes guts. You're always more than welcome, DHB. Can I just call you D? Dave, pleasure to meet you. Now, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not holding my breath. Just find yourself a place to hunker down with you and your family in case things take a bad turn. I hope you guys got access to firearms. Here in the United States, we've got excellent access to weapons. Nice. Uh, I don't know why these people want war so bad. It makes no sense. I value human life too much. And no war makes sense. And I don't think people need to live with that threat hanging above their head either. It's not right. Stress is killing people all over the world. Why would anyone need more stress? You know? Yeah, I highly recommend that Enforcer channel on YouTube. Good. Hey, if you got to hit them with rocks, you got to hit them with rocks, but protect yourself, protect your family, protect your countrymen. You deserve better, Dave. You really do. You deserve much better. I'm wondering I'm wondering if maybe you could do like a GoFundMe page, raise money to build your family or your local community a bomb shelter. Good. That's good, Dave. It really is. You need peace of mind and you need quality of life. Everybody does. We have good. Yeah, we have what we call them doomsday preppers. People stockpile water, food, bury it in the ground all over our nation. As well as weapons. We call them basements here. But yeah, and that's a necessary thing. You know, you got to have a basement that you can go to. I've actually had thoughts about building an underground apartment. Seriously. You're a smart man, Dave. Okay, that's quite evident to me. Well, the people of Eastern Europe, they understand. They know how to fight. They know how to resist. They've proven that throughout history. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Well, I hope that the world stage can calm down a little bit. I'd like to see China leave Taiwan alone. I'd like to see North Korea just back off. And I think Russia's on their way to going broke. If it was up to me, I'd give the Ukrainians a million drones a month for 6 straight months and let them bomb Russia back into the Stone Age. Personal opinion. All right, I gotta sign off the show, Dave. Thanks for joining us. Riley, thank you for joining us today. It's been my pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you. Have a good, safe evening. Come see me tomorrow. I'll be back on 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Afternoon chat. It's a free show. No midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind. Everyone is welcome. It's the people in the chat that are the stars of this show. Like and subscribe if you could. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. I appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate your time and your conversation. Thank you much, and we'll see you tomorrow on Afternoon Chat. My words of advice: be nice to everyone. You'll like the end result. Thank you. Have a great day.